Good morning.
Good morning, our friends, and so nice to be with you. And you are so faithful. And at the beginning, hello, Marta. Please read because I didn't even put my glasses. I'm that ready.
It's just lining up here.
Okay. I know Group 66 is there because I can. Greg Dixon, hello.
EJ Gier, MBG, Cindy Faust, Martha S.
Charles Gibson, Twilling Oracle.
Twilight Oracle.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us today.
And I have to say, Sylvia O'Donnell and Cheryl as well told me that pituitary gland is not the same as pineal gland.
Yeah, at the top of the head.
Pituitary gland is on the bottom and pineal gland is in the middle. And I thought that I said it's in the middle.
You're correct on everything there.
In the middle of the head, and it's called a third eye in Egypt. Mm-hmm. So they believe in it. And it's the third eye of the soul. But people can live without it. That can be removed. So it's very hard to say if I was correct about that. It's the soul lives there. But I thought it's sitting there, laying on the nice cushion, but we might never know where the soul is hiding. And some people don't have a soul.
Your cards.
Okay. And another thing, Diana Herrera wrote, I can't believe I haven't gotten any videos from you, Violetta. And she was watching Linda and she thought, why I don't get videos from Violetta? So she is guessing that YouTube removed her.
And that's similar to Diana. She's commented that.
That's Diana.
Oh, that Judith. Judith had put in that she's not receiving notifications from the.
You had that game for over a year.
No, 3 months. Every time for 3 months, I had to unsubscribe and resubscribe in order to get it, and then do it repeatedly.
Every few days, they will be unsubscribing you. And she was always when people.
Like I always listen to everything.
Yeah, but you were not putting comments that time.
No, I didn't add any comments, no.
And when people don't put comments, they think, well, we can get rid of you.
Yeah, no.
And I know, I love the Rainbow, what's his name is?
The singer? Randy Rainbow?
Randy Rainbow. And they disconnected me. And when you are not seeing that person, you're forgetting. Because when you don't get notification, you are forgetting. So that was my problem. I never, it's so unfair when they do that. And they, we gained at 600 views, 593 in the last few days. But they will be pulling them out again.
Yeah, it's just very, very.
And hello, everyone who is a new subscriber. I want to tell you that it's worth it to watch my Saturday video because you can write a comment over there.
This upcoming Saturday.
Yeah, every Saturday for a while it will be, because Janet and Tom Burke donated free readings, half-an-hour readings. So please watch and write the comments if you would like to. And for new subscribers, I thought, well, they might be lost. Hello, Beverly and Justice Warrior. If you might not understand sometimes my hidden language.
Yeah. So what's your process of
No, because the way I'm doing it. No, I was telling that sometimes I have to use different words for different subjects.
Oh, yes.
Because I don't want
like
to be
BB Yahoo
removed from my provider.
Yeah.
So BB Yahoo, that means that the guy who is head of Israel. And then I shouldn't use even that word probably. And then crown back. Crown in Polish is corona. So I was calling corona virus. And then what else? There's
a lot of them.
a lot of them. So you will have to be creative to understand my
Yep, melon.
melon in the mask.
Hmm.
Take the M and you will know what is after melon.
So even if you don't understand it, just put in the comment and somebody will respond with the correction in the comment section.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. And I love you guys, your comments. And the way I'm answering questions, I'm closing my eyes and I see a picture. And then I can
Cards.
understand if I can understand the picture. That's sometimes tricky. And then I'm using cards for extension of the reading.
And they're all face down, so she can't see them.
Always face down, and I'm always shuffling. We can put them a little bit.
And you always cleanse them with?
I have a little angel here. That is
with a flame.
And when I'm reaching for something, it's for my sponge to
I put water in there.
To dip my fingers so I don't have to lick them.
Good plan.
Good plan. Okay, and I'm ready answering your question. Hello, Martha S. Will Jim Jordan ever be held accountable for his misleads and... Oh, that was first one. Oops.
Not quite the first.
No? Okay, okay. But there is for his minutes and devoted out of the office. Senator.
This is from Martha S.
Yeah.
Will Jim Jordan ever be held accountable for his misdeeds and be voted out of office?
And I watched him today. I went even on the Fox News to know both sides of the story, how they are interpreting Hunter Biden's speech. I probably will have to make for Hunter Biden a different name as well. Hunted Biden.
That's a good one, Hunted Biden.
Easy to understand because they are hunting him. And I watch Jordan and his lips, well, like that, tied up.
Well, when Jordan and Comer asked different questions, they just turned and walked away. They didn't want to answer those.
They didn't. And they were so tight lips, like when they were standing with so much anger, like I can kill you with my eyes. And then Taylor Greene, she was not Margie. And Margarine, Taylor Greene. Sorry, to survive, I have to make up some nice words. So the butterly margarine was standing the same way.
So will Jim Jordan ever be held accountable and voted out of office?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Well, he has anchor connected from his behind to the ground. Now he will be staying.
He'll be voted in again in the fall?
He will be. Surprise. Happy family. They love him and everything the best. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Well, I'm sorry.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that Jack Smith isn't going after him.
But you ask if he will be in the Congress.
Yeah, would he be held accountable?
Oh, accountable. I still see him being in the Congress, so he will still be capable of being there. Well, the anchor from his behind connected to the ground. Maybe he will be grounded some ways.
But hopefully it's a good anchor.
But it was the good cards for him. I'm sorry.
Maybe he'll have a nice life in prison. It'll be upbeat.
Yeah. He will be not a big use. Santos is much nicer use for the prisoners than him. He will be looking for boyfriends, and I don't think Jordan will be looking for boyfriends.
Mm-hmm. Charles.
Sorry, entertainment only, and sometimes I can't stop talking.
Charles
and thinking of bad ways.
Charles Gitson is asking, is the Shroud of Turin the real burial cloth of Jesus?
And I answered this many years ago, 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
I believe there was some radiation around him, and that's the real thing. And they proved that there was something that was capable of put the, because the Shrine of Turin, it has the features of someone. And I said that I believe that there was some radiation, like, putting someone from the through some machine, like, when we are going through that tube for MRI.
For the MRI?
Yeah. So, and when you would take the bottle, magnesium bottle with you to the MRI, it will be purple. Yeah, because it has magnesium in it. So they were. I believe that something went that has extreme energy, radiation energy, and help him to good money, secure and beginning of new adventure. So I think the scientists will be still making some discovery about that, and the world will be shocked. Everyone in the world, the world card, will be informed about this. The last time they cut it, only tiny amount of that blood, Turin, Shrine of Turin, to test it. But now the technology is going much further, and I think they will be able to figure out. So there was a real body under, and Jesus was apparently very, very tall, over 2 meters high, which was not typical for people that age.
Craig Dixon is asking, is Trump going to run to Saudi Arabia?
And he will leave the yellow brick roads behind him. You didn't hear it. That's what came to my mind.
That's okay.
3 cards.
1. That's why you're the real deal. 2, 3.
I think they have my spirit guy and my angel, they love to have fun. They do. He will fulfill his dreams, he will start a new journey, and he will be motivated financially. Possible. Big possibility that he will be eventually with Ivanka going there, and I think Ivanka will marry someone there.
And do you still see Jared in prison?
Probably, if I said that long time ago, I'm not going to.
Yeah, you saw him there.
Yeah.
This is going to lead up to a question by Amy. But President Biden and his administration announced the U.S. previously approved commitment to provide Ukraine with additional $200 million in military aid packages, even though the congressional Republicans side with Putin and refuse to pass the aid to stop, keep the invasion going. The U.S. will continue to provide Ukraine with critical weapons and equipment, including air defense interceptors, artillery, and ammunition, which, as Adam Kissinger said on an interview, these were pieces of equipment that were going to be destroyed and they're being replaced in the United States. So it's not a cash investment. He says for accounting purposes, we have to attach a value to it.
It's like getting rid of old clothes.
They already have new stuff coming in.
They don't fit. You have to get rid of them.
And that's what the Republicans in the House are preventing this equipment from.
And, they are putting a price tag on it, so we are not going to give you that money.
But it's not money.
It's not money, it's the equipment. And they should be more specific about that.
Well, I was very surprised when Kissinger mentioned that. And he says the majority of the money that they allocate for different things, for protection elsewhere, is in used old equipment that was going to be destroyed. He says very little of it is actually actual money. So Amy 1 has the question to follow up. Will Biden figure out how to fund Ukraine? because they are blocking the funding, and that would be going forward. Because this was already committed, and that's what Biden decided to do, is uphold their commitment. 1, 2, 3.
Playing hockey and throwing the black puck into the gate. So there are two places where he can throw the puck,
Mm-hmm.
and he will be able to aim it and hit it. The you can see how good I am watching TV.
The
Goal. So that means that he will eventually be able to reach the goal.
Okay.
But they will be playing game like with him. Yeah, he will feel. They wanted him to feel very uncomfortable, very much like a prisoner. His hands are free. He can take off the blindness from his eyes, and he has 8 of swords to protect himself. He will have a law on his side, so he will be using and the love for the Ukraine. So
Well, they're protecting democracy, which if they end up losing to Putin, it'll just carry on.
they should investigate Tupperware. Tupperware.
Can't use Tupperware.
Tupperware for his connection with Putin, because he is working like on the
He's
list.
keeping the 4-star generals held up.
Yeah, so if the generals are kept under control, what is his real motivation?
Mm-hmm.
His motivation is to sabotage American security. And that's what Trump wanted, and now what he wanted.
Mm-hmm. Now, the Supreme Court has in front of them right now, has agreed to hear a January 6th case brought by a man charged with offenses relating to the Capitol riot and his role in obstruction of official proceedings, namely the certification of Biden's election. Election interference is also one of the criminal prosecutions Trump is fighting. Conviction can result to up to 20 years in prison. If Trump wins the election, he could then have the charges dismissed. If Jack Smith's case proceeds in March, that it is a case, and Trump were convicted, Trump could be sentenced before the election. So what decision will the Supreme Court make about this matter? It's before them now. And it's also 2 other people, I think there's 4 included. There's 2 other people who are trying to challenge it, saying that the case should be dismissed. 1, 2, 3. And then it would be dismissed against Trump as well.
Oh boy, it is very hard to predict, because it's like whether on the houses they had that little device that was telling us which way the wind is going.
Mm-hmm. The weather vane or
Yeah,
wind?
and I see that the rooster. So it is that it will be so hard to predict, because some will be for, some will be against, and oh boy, thank you guys. I really need your help. The law will prevail, but he will be allowed to go with the procedure to be a president.
He can still go as president, but so Jack Smith will still be able to go ahead with his.
Yeah, but I don't know if he will be put to jail right away.
No, he'd go through appeals and everything else. That's probably when he escapes to Saudi, if he does.
So he will be running from the law. And I said that long time ago at the beginning of his, that if he will be running for presidency, he says, yes, he will be running from the law, and that's his way of running. But he will be allowed to be a president, and then as president he can clear everything.
Jojo's asking...
I want to cry. I know that that's not a good, but we have to be realistic. And Jack Smith is not going to put him right away to the pot, to put the lid on him. So it's like doing everything, and we will witness that he's guilty, but then the law is bended.
Jojo's asking, how is Harry feeling about the release of the 2 royals named as being racist?
Royals? Who is?
The royal family.
Who are they?
There's a release of 2 royals named as being racist. How is Harry feeling about this?
So it must be Harry and Meghan, probably.
Yeah, we know how Meghan feels.
Well, before they were married, I said that there will be not that Meghan will never feel good in the royal family. I said that high society will never accept her. I said that.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't this. So there is a problem. There is a big problem, and she felt uncomfortable. So there was chances that they took.
Mm-hmm.
And would they be?
How does Harry feel about the release of the 2 royals named as being racist?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Like the guy under the bar. You want to fight? Go with me. So it is. He wants to protect her. He wants to protect himself. He is not a racist. He married her, so he is not a racist. So why would he be called that name?
Mm-hmm.
That's so stupid. And he has kids with her. That's not symbol of racist. So he wants to fight, and she probably experienced stay away moments. I was in England, and I was one of my girlfriends at work. She told me, not me, I heard her saying to the boss, so this bloody foreigner can have the days off and I can't. She was my girlfriend. We were doing the same job. But then I thought, oh, gosh, I'm not English. And it was very heartbreaking. She was nice. But when she wanted to fight for herself, she went that way. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to offend anyone in England, but to fit to the English shoes, you have to be very well spoken in English society. And you have to, even in English societies, you have the stairs, if you have the high class or the lower class, the education, the language that you are using. They will be starting a new adventure because they will be worried about the money. And with my intuition, I know that they will never be completely accepted there. It was heartbreaking for me. I thought, my gosh, we are sharing the same room. You are my girlfriend. You want me to introduce you to the speedway riders because I was translator. And then she is backstabbing me.
Mm-hmm.
It was painful. And I thought, well, that must be common thinking. If they want to put someone, I'm better because I'm English.
But that also is a generalization.
Yeah.
It may be just her.
It might be. It is. But I was really shocked.
Yeah, I would be too. Michelle says she dragged herself out of bed. She's testing negative for COVID now, but she has a few side effects.
We did the video with Michelle a few weeks ago because we both are sharing similar illness. Mine is bleeding disorder, her is soft tissue, flexible joints disorder. So Ehlers-Danlos. Mine is different type, her is different.
But they're both the same.
But we are surviving.
Same family. Yeah.
We are surviving, and we are so glad that Michelle survived that illness.
Your girlfriend Beverly is asking, what will 2024 bring to the royal family? Another baby, Harry and Meghan? So what will 2024 bring to the royal family?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
They are getting out of the tower, so they are getting for better time now. because they were in the tower moments. I see them walking in the circles. I don't see a baby, but I'm seeing them walking down in a spiral, so they will be out in open. Some legal things, some decency. Maybe Charles will be even connecting with them, and they will be having plans for the future. I don't know if there is a room for the baby here. I don't think so. And she has her age, like she was 39 when she was getting married, yes?
Who are you talking about?
Megan.
Megan?
So she is not that age that it will be risk-free to have another baby. But I'm glad I said a long time ago that she will have, that her son will have a little sister. There was a little sister.
Oh, Diana's mentioning now. She was the one who mentioned that she didn't have notification.
And I don't want to offend
She got
anyone in
notification.
England that I was treated that way, but I can understand that sometimes some people will act that way.
Charles Gitson is asking who was responsible for the cyber attack on the Ukraine phone system recently.
Russia. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
And they are saying how many damages the Ukrainian did to Russian army. Yeah, the quiet the time neighbor from the across the road, and Poland was not that neighbor. The secrets will come out. The secrets will come out. And Poland has a new government. Might not be too much pro-Ukraine. The previous government was more pro-Ukrainian, to accepting more Ukrainians. So we have to be worried about this. And there are strikes on the border for many weeks or even months.
In front of the United States Supreme Court right now, petitions have been granted to hear the abortion pill case that allows access for women to decide their own future by having access to the pill even by mail, and could impact the entire nation. What will be the court's decision on this?
The Supreme Court?
Yeah, it's in front of them right now about the abortion pill. 1, 2, 3.
Stabbing. I'm not saying that they will be nice. They want to move forward. They will be fighting with everyone who is against them, and a lot of casualties. So they will.
So, next question. After the Supreme Court makes a decision, because there's obviously no court higher than them, what can the people do to influence the decision? I mean, they can do it by, I don't know how they end up, because they can't change things. 1, 2, 3.
What Polish people did. They can get rid of the government, change the government, and the Polish people were protesting. Protests didn't help too much, but they knew that there is huge amount of people who are upset. And in the last election, a few days ago, the new president was sworn, Tusk, because he was going to, right away, the first day, he changed the law, that abortion was legal, because it was legal for many, many years. And then they took off that privilege, and now it's back. The first day, so you sent me a video even that they were celebrating, they will stop movie and they will show that the announcement that there is a new president.
So the way that this would get changed perhaps would be for people to actually vote in a government that would support it, at all levels of government that would support it. And then maybe there'd be a change to who's on the
Supreme Court.
Supreme Court.
Yeah.
And then it can be readdressed again. So please vote.
Because I am, yeah, Biden has Senate, but he doesn't have a Congress. He will have.
But
to,
it's getting very close because now there's
they
Gates
should-
may be out. Who knows whether they'll put Gates up? But there's another retirement coming in March, so they lose one person there. They've just lost McCarthy, so those will all be elections that will be taking place
McCarthy said that he's leaving.
at the end of December.
And they lost Santos.
They lost Santos, so it's getting pretty close to being 50-50.
Good. That's what we want.
Yeah.
Maybe even for a few months. Well, if they could change in Poland in just by few seconds after the new president was elected, that's possible everywhere.
Mm-hmm. So there's a new filing to the DC Court Circuit of Appeal by former top GOP officials from 5 administrations to support Jack Smith's prosecution against Trump and to support Judge Chutkan's order denying Trump's motion to dismiss the indictment on absolute presidential immunity grounds, putting presidents' criminal actions during office and beyond above the law. Trump has until December the 20th to respond. What will be the outcome of this case?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
They will have to go back to the Constitution because sending waves away from Constitution, and I'm seeing coming back to that big book. So they will have to go back to the roots, and they can't change. They can't say that we have a kings.
Mm-hmm.
They will have to say, they will have to stand up, angel justice, look both angels, and they will think the grass will be green. The angel will be watching. So they can't really. And they were saying that there will be only 5 judges because Kavanaugh was already making his opinion before he was in the Supreme Court. And so I think eventually it will be that, no, he is not a king. He has to be responsible. If he will shoot someone, he has to go to jail. Maybe not during his cadency, but after cadency, every president has to be
held accountable.
Yeah.
But Trump wants it for life.
Yeah.
The House is expected. I mean, there's so many things going on right now.
Yeah,
the House is expected to vote to formalize the GOP impeachment inquiry into President Biden. A couple of Republicans have already said that they would not vote for it. And it's a very close vote in the House right now. I think the vote is going to be held after 5 o'clock. He's planning it tonight. If a vote is called, will some Republicans actually join the Democrats to vote no on an impeachment inquiry? Or will they be pressured into supporting what Johnson wants? It's a tough day for you, isn't it?
No, naughty again. They will go for a lunch and they will get tablets. My son, Leszek, did that to his, he was on the camp and he didn't like his teacher, the instructor. It was Polish camp, and he gave him something for diarrhea, and he gave other boys something for diarrhea. And then
so that's what they're going to do?
That's what I'm seeing. It's not funny. It's not funny. Because he ran away from the camp, and we got he called us from the telephone book, that box that he is hiding in the forest. So my husband had to go 700 kilometers to pick him up.
So what will they end up doing if they call a vote?
Well, they might not be there. They
just might not be there.
Not be there. That's what I'm seeing. They will say,
Okay.
I got sick.
Will they ever have enough? Like, will they put enough pressure?
Okay. I didn't put cards.
1, 2, 3.
It's nice to have 2 blondie heads. Kidding. Yeah, they will need the doctors, so they will be excusing themselves because they don't trust that that's the right decision to make. And surprise, so they might not. They might have the Led Zeppelin, not Led Zeppelin, Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin is a group. Zeppelin landing. I said that would backfire on them. The impeachment on
Zeppelin?
Zeppelin, balloon Zeppelin.
Yeah, okay.
When it was landing, it was the disaster. It was great all the time, and everything was smooth.
So you don't expect this to go forward
Somehow,
formally?
somehow it will be backfire on them.
It's quite cute because when Comer and Jim Jordan were talking about, moving this forward because Hunter didn't
Show up.
show up. Well, he did show up, but he was wanting to go public.
Yeah.
That they were going to progress on to the Department of Justice to do something about it. But then I always remember Jamie Raskin saying, "Well, Jim Jordan, he was subpoenaed and he defied the subpoena."
I wonder if any journalist didn't ask him that. But you were subpoena. Why didn't you?
Well, Jamie Raskin, yeah, you're 400 some days beyond your subpoena.
I think he said that he wrote to them and they didn't respond to him. But the same thing did the Hunter.
It just kills me. It's all this stuff going after Hunter because his father, well, he was vice president and then just a regular.
First time I heard him to give a speech. I never heard him giving any speeches. Did you?
No.
And he was good. Actually, I think he missed his possibility to be in the politics, and that's he's paying the price. He didn't want to go the direction that he was supposed to go. And now he is in the politics no matter what, but not the way that he wanted to be.
But then they give, they're complaining that Hunter was giving access to Biden. Well, look at how much nepotism is involved with Jared being in the White House, Ivanka being in the White House, and all the nepotism that went on, and they collected a lot of favors and graft, and they weren't qualified.
And they are not checking that rock.
Oh, no, they don't want to do that.
No.
I mean, it's just so interesting, all this political stuff.
And all the key under that rock, not the key to the house.
Don't draw attention to me, it says.
Yeah.
Michelle is asking, Canada has called for a ceasefire in the East, the Middle East. Will the U.S. follow suit, or will Biden stick to his guns or grounds and continue to send arms to Israel, I guess? 3.
Biden is asking for as well now for quiet. He wants to stop kind of the conflict.
Well, he's sure putting pressure on Yahoo.
Yahoo. Yes, and that's different than he was before. And I'm glad he's disconnecting himself because he knows that Bibi Yahoo is not popular all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
So that's is scary for Biden. And I said Biden should not connect himself. If he wants to win the next election, he should disconnect himself from that guy. Because there is no future for him. And for Bibi. Yeah, he is looking from different point of view now, Biden. Surprise. And he wants to celebrate the peace. So
you had predicted that there was going to be an uprising and Yahoo was going to be leaving.
That's his way of staying in the power because he was already having a lot of demonstrations every day about. And I remember when I was taking once a course in Poland, and our psychologist told us. We were going through the very tough time in Poland because we had martial law. And I asked him what the chances we have to get rid of the martial law.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, every revolution was always when there was some weakness in the power. There is never revolution when people are held under the dictatorship. When the dictator is letting them, not looking at them.
Mm-hmm.
And Bibi was looking different direction because he has riots in his place. So that was the time that Gaza stood up. Because they were living in the camp for so many years. So, okay.
Music is asking, that question, which I have no idea about. What is the
the
future?
future of XRP?
Ripple and Ethereum, or whatever, crypto in 2024 compared to euro and dollar.
I don't know anything about currencies, and I know that Bitcoin can go up this next year, but then can go down. So if someone has a lot of money and want to make money, can take a risk, but if they will lose everything, that's up to them. I'm not into crypto. I can't support that. It's not my cup of tea. I think what is melon without the M is promoting in Canada. Yeah, every Canadian will be very, very rich.
Without doing anything.
Without anything doing, just buy my program and you can be such an advanced. That's like a big, big, big scam.
Well, it is, yeah.
So and this is related to.
Nancy Patullo, Pattullo, is asking, when Trump never showed up for Monday, why do you really think he doesn't want to testify? Do you think it's his choice or his lawyer's recommendation? Why did Trump not show up on Monday to testify on his civil case? 1, 2, 3.
Because he will be putting his head in the toilet and puking. So they will put a lid on him. He will be it will be like self-destruction. And self-cleaning, like, when people have too much food and they have to puke. It's like cleansing the body from the poison. And he will say it what he wants to say, and that will be so intrusive. He wanted to go for quieter time because good for his carvers, and the lawyers would take advantage of him. He didn't want to put his head in the toilet. Entertainment only. I'm telling this too often now. I'm getting worse and worse. I'm so unfiltered.
Yes, well, that's good. Jeannie, DENBIGH, I believe it is. Have you got any predictions for Canada 2024 across the country, economically, politically, or how people will cope with high inflation? Any of those that you want to answer?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Prices will be growing up, and I don't like that. I'm going for groceries, and I spent over $300, so I got free turkey. But I didn't want to spend that much, but I had to. So the prices will be growing and growing. I remember I was able to feed the whole family for $150 at guest. And now it's 300, and there is not that much actually in the basket. Excuse me. So no, the prices will be going up. Maybe there will be stability about mortgages, that you can for a while keep the same mortgage. So if you want to buy a house, always buy it now, then don't wait until too late, because the prices will go up again. There are apparently better prices in Toronto now. And what else? I said at the beginning of my predictions for 2024, and that's related to the whole world. The oil gas will go up, and when those are going up, the prices of transportation, any goods will be up and up and up and up. We wish to be able to survive on paycheck 750, but we can't. Not anymore. Yeah, we will have to get with the flow and accept the fact that it is fighting, and the system needs some healings, but I don't know if it will be healed, because I said that Putin met with princes from Saudi Arabia, and they were discussing how to get rid of Biden by promoting the higher prices. So, because they want Trump to be on the presidential seat.
Mm-hmm. Could you do a reading on Colin Kaepernick's career in social gains? He's a civil rights activist and a football quarterback. I think
Yeah, I'm so good at that football.
I don't know anything about him either.
Yeah, well, everyone in Poland knows. Oh, yes. Okay, I know him.
Okay.
He was the first. Show him the picture, if you don't mind, please. He was the guy who was first punished by Trump by being on his knee when they were singing the anthem.
Yeah, for solidarity.
Yes, and I have goosebumps. So what was the question? What is the future for him?
Yeah, could you do a reading on him, his career in social gains? So where's he going from here?
Well, that was Trump destroyed his career.
1,
So
2, 3.
he's still, but his career is never going to be that high as it was. It will be just local, so he will be strong, and he might be a trainer, but I don't see, he will feel like he is outsider. He's not the way he was playing the games. Yeah. A woman is symbol that women are never pay as much as men.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not an easy journey for him. So I can't promise that it will be easy peasy for him. Trump destroyed his career, and he is a hero, but it's not the same as being a football hero. I thought about baseball. Baseball is not baseball. Football is piłka nożna, yes?
It's football and soccer.
Oh, soccer is the game in Poland, okay.
Mm-hmm. Janice Hart is asking, what is the future for oil production globally?
And remind me about that lady who wrote a comment under when I was not able to find it.
We already talked about that. Her name is Diane. She's now back on.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh.
She now is getting notifications.
I think.
What?
So, which...
You're asking about the football player.
No, I didn't answer.
Sorry.
No,
we get distracted. What is the future for oil production globally?
Okay, 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
For some countries, it's a piggy bank, so they are not going to give up on it. It's like sitting on the gold bank. Yeah, it's all for Saudi Arabia, Russia. That's that's the security. Eventually, they will be stopping. They will be stopping them for the security of the world, but that will take years. Not yet. Not yet. Right now, they are still capable of bringing a good income to the countries. And another recall on the cars from the electric cars from Tesla.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's an interesting recall because people have the automatic steering, but they don't have their hands on the wheel. And so it does things that it's not supposed to be doing, and there have been accidents. And Tesla's recall over what, 2 million or something? Everything is being almost recalled. But it's not a recall. It is done
Just to make
virtually.
sure that they will be watching your eyes if you are not paying attention to the road.
Yeah, but it's something that they do on their algorithm or their computer system, so it corrects it all, and they're going through and correcting it all. And then if they take their hands off the wheel, they give them get them back on the wheel, I guess.
So they will put the fake hands, and then they will be okay.
I don't know. Oh, your mind is crazy today.
Well, I'm just, guessing how people will be outsmarting them.
Well, they will find a way, I'm sure. MD 588 is asking, and this will be the last question, what will it take to change the collective consciousness from fear to connection and from hate to love? 3 thoughts. 1, 2, 3.
I see a symbol of hanging man, looking at the world from different point of view, upside down, being more spiritual, more healing related, more open for relaxation, because the hanging man is in a very relaxing position, even he is hanging. So it is very good symbol for that answer, to give that answer, I think. And people have to be doing what the church is telling them to do. Be noble, love your neighbor. No, don't hate your, someone that because you have the power to hate them. Be secure who you are, and work hard and pay attention to other people. Give everyone a security. So it's all about the goodness that's supposed to be for every religion. And I think all the religions are programmed to be good. It's just that people are fighting in name of the religion because they want to translate that for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So Granny's advice, I sent you information about vitamin D. And please make sure that you have enough vitamin D, that it will show you when you can't sleep, because it's responsible for melatonin. So that's some sign that you might not have enough vitamin D.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Black people apparently don't absorb the vitamin B from the sun as much as the white people are. And that was the reason that more people were sick with crown bug. Crown is corona. And what was the third thing? Oh, if you can't lose, if your hair is very thin, then it's
vitamin D.
Vitamin D as well. So pay attention to and my mother was always saying, in the German calendar, there are letter in the names of the month, like March. It has letter R. So from an April and whatever, which month has letter R, you have to take vitamin D. And if that's like August and June, July, you don't have to. So she was always telling me, you have to take a vitamin D. And it was the very nasty forcing us to drink the cod oil.
Yeah, I used to take cod liver oil when I was young. You get used to it, so it doesn't make a difference.
I never did. And we have to, in the kindergarten, we were on the lineup. And one nurse was giving the same spoon to everyone. with the
keep healthy as I spread the germs.
Of course. So we were the same group. So she was giving us a spoon of it, and the next nurse was, provider, was giving us a piece of brown bread to eat after that.
Yeah.
But it was helping. for our bones to grow and so on. And vitamin D is marvelous.
And I just learned something yesterday. I have a friend who has a dog who the nail was broke off, etc., and bleeding. And what she does, because she used to have a farm and they also had farm animals and horses, etc. So she told me a couple of remedies, and she told me the one that always works, and she found it out from the vet, is to use cornstarch. And so she put the paw into the cornstarch because cornstarch stops the bleeding. It cakes over and stops the bleeding. And it works on horses and cows. And
Violetta, maybe.
I don't know. Horses and cows and cats and dogs. And I said, does it work on humans? She says, no, I haven't tried it. But also she said, because they had horses, if the horses would go up against the chain link fence and get scraped and cut open, they were always to put on powdered lime onto it. And she says it absolutely healed it up. You wouldn't even tell that there was a scrape there. So powdered lime. And so this is for animals.
Can you buy that powdered lime?
Yeah, powdered lime is in concrete lime.
Okay.
But I wouldn't buy it. I'd go for the cornstarch first on a. But I don't know whether it works on humans or not. But anyways, it works on the animals. So I thought I'd just pass that along because I certainly didn't know that.
No, I never. I know that when I'm taking for grooming, Vivi, and if she is cut, they are putting some powder. But I never ask what is it.
Yeah, well, she says they always use cornstarch. She did it on her dog yesterday, and now it's going to the vet today to get the nail trimmed.
I'm worried. I told Richard I don't want to take her now for trimming because I'm worried about that spreading of that virus for dogs.
Yeah.
Okay, we will put the prayers for Jimmy Carter. I think I felt like I have to pray for him and for the Pope, and also, and even for Biden, that he will be safe today because they want to do that game, nasty game. So we have to pray for his safety and his son's safety. And
For Zelensky. And
Zelensky, yes, because he came here and not here, but USA, and because we are in Canada. And yeah, for everyone who needs any help, financial, mental, medical, we want to help, send the good energy to everyone and feel protected, feel happy. And soon Christmas will be, so be able to be with your family. It's so wonderful to have ability to be together, and we always have one plate for the person who is kind of lost. It's always one.
So if there's quite a few people who are away and can't be there for Christmas or whatever,
we
the plates are all out?
No, just one plate.
Just
extra.
one, I know.
That's a symbol for keeping person. And for Christmas Eve, we have to make 12 dishes. And all of them can't be related to any meat. The next day is 25th, you have to have meat, but on the 24th, no meat.
Anyways, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for subscribing, for putting in the likes. It helps the algorithm. For commenting, because that also helps the algorithm. And
can I ask you how you were unsubscribing and subscribing? To explain that.
Oh, you go into where her channel is, and you press the button for subscribing. Well, you go in there and you press it for unsubscribing. First of all press it there, and then there's a list of things, and unsubscribe, and then resubscribe and get the notification.
And I hope it is not going to trigger anything with YouTube, because I don't want to lose anyone.
Now, the one thing that I haven't asked you is that I know how you have your schedule for readings and everything. Do you have any openings that are available at all? I know that people are starting
for the next week.
For next week. There are some openings to go to the website, psychicvioletta.com, and check and see when she has openings. If you would like a reading, or maybe even gift a reading, could they do that?
And I'm surprised that they can have a reading. They are openings, and Monday, the Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, I would be not doing any readings, but Wednesday and Thursday I will be doing.
Good.
Okay.
So I
but
have
this-
Christmas off because it's a Monday.
You want to have the Christmas off?
I'd like Christmas off. Yeah, I'm not here for Christmas.
That's okay. But I'm saying that would the evening we have the ceremony, so we might have to do. And tomorrow I will be probably posting my 1,000 video. Tomorrow short. I will do short, and it will be 1,000.
Okay.
And then 1,001 on Friday. I will be recording for Saturday. So I did
that's a great
1,000 videos. Several of them are shorts. So I will do the short for because some of you love that, because I'm sending the message. And I reached 13.5 million viewers. I'm so happy. It is an accomplishment for so many, 7 years, 6.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of work, but I'm feeling alive because I'm doing this. So that's pleasure for me.
Anything to keep this going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not getting the rock that is rolling, it doesn't have the
momentum.
Yeah, it doesn't have the muscle.
So thank you very much for your support of her channel. And if you have a chance to ever have a reading by her, you will be actually quite amazed. I mean, it's
I'm surprised sometimes what I'm seeing.
Oh, so. You have some wonky things, and then you explain it, and then it makes sense.
I don't know.
She's very, very good.
I don't know how I will get up from that problem when I saw today Trump in the toilet. So that will be the problem if he will.
Yeah, she has some really interesting visions that are nice if she just kept them to herself sometimes.
I will have to have the mouth like Jordan.
Probably.
Biting my lips.
Yeah, I hope that Jack Smith's still going to go after Jordan. And
I hope so, but it's too late.
No, he still has his January 6th thing coming up. We don't know what's in there because he can do it further indictments. Anyways, thank you very much for joining us.
I know that I see Anchor coming out of his behind. Bad vision, but realistic maybe. Maybe he will be grounded.
Or maybe they'll have a different response as to what they...
Maybe he will be grounded.
Means. Yeah.
Okay. Take care of yourself. See you next time.
And look out for the video that she does on Friday night and she posts on Saturday morning. At the end of that video, there's a comment section. Even if you put down any comment, your name will be entered into the opportunity to have a free half-hour reading with Violetta, courtesy of Janet and Tom Berg.
But don't put comment under comment. Because
the second layer of comments
they don't count. It's just the first comment.
Yeah, but you can comment as many times as you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Was I bad?